Y'all, welcome back to Illinois Honeycomb Homestead. Today, as you've seen, is on the picture and in the title. Yes, you can recan your applesauce. So I had a bunch of cans of these. I had 4 of these, and then I have 2 of those bigger ones. One is the 3 pounds, and this one is 2 pounds. So it'll be a total of 5 pounds. So what I'm gonna do is half and half. I'm gonna do, and they're all unsweet. Okay. So the first is the cans. I'm gonna do the cans regular, and then I'm gonna take the other ones and make what you call it, the brown sugar kind. Not brown sugar, but the sweet, and it's got the brown sugar and all that stuff in there, or cinnamon, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. I don't eat applesauce. Elle eats applesauce, so that's why I'm kind of on that side. But for him, I'm going to can some. So if you're interested and want to know how to recan your applesauce that you might have on the shelf and don't know what to do with it, might as well put it back on the shelf and let it have a longer shelf life to it. Yes. And it'll be another stock and you'll have more, so you want to go buy any, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, you applesauce lovers. Okay, so here's the cans that I was just telling you about. But if you have you some cans, start cracking them open so you can stock up your shelf. Okay, so you can stock them up, and you can get the number 10 cans and do the same thing. If you got a number 10 can with applesauce in it, you could do the same thing. I'm just trying to get these cans up out of here of fruit and canning them up, and that way I can have more room and more space as far as those cans to be out of the way, so I can put my canned stuff up in there. So I'm recanning this applesauce. Okay, I got this one, and so I got it already in a pot, and we're gonna take it over here to the stove, and I'm gonna show you what we do next. Okay, honeybees, so as you can see, I put the cans of applesauce on the pot, and I've got it on the stove. Now what you're going to do is get it where it's getting really hot. You don't want it to be boiling, but you want it to get really hot, because you're going to be transferring your jars that are hot as well, and putting the applesauce in hot jars. You don't want to have cold jars with cold applesauce with hot jars, and opposite. You know what I'm saying? You want to have everything to be hot when you are doing this process. And you will need 4 teaspoons of lemon in there as well for the acidity, okay? So when this gets hot and everything, I'll show you what we do next when it's time to start canning this up. All right. Okay, y'all, I have 2 hot jars. Okay, I'm gonna start off with 2 of those since they're very hot. The applesauce is hot, and I got me a little tiny scooper measuring cup, or you can use a ladler, and I probably use that. You're gonna need your funnel and all that. You're gonna put that in there. You're gonna need a 1/2 inch headspace, and then you put your lids on. So I'm going to show you how you do it, and you don't have to debubble, but I am going to debubble just to be on the safe side. That's just what I do, and I'm gonna do all the rest of them off camera, and then we'll come back on so you can see what we're gonna do next, so that way you can see how I do the other recipe while that is going through its process. Okay, so here we go. I should have put it a little bit closer because it's hot. All right, we're gonna fill our jars up. Now y'all can use number 10 cans, you know what I'm saying? But I had these already in the pantry, and I did not, as far as the little jars, I had them already, and I just had 2 other big ones as well. And I want to do like 1/2 and 1/2 with the cinnamon and all those other spices for the second round of applesauce. So this is going to be plain. Okay, so as you've seen, I did it just like that. Put this right here, and then I'm going to debubble, which you don't have to do. And I had told you 4 teaspoons, but I meant tablespoons, okay, for the acidity of what it's calling for. So we'll see how many I will be able to get out of this. Okay. Then you will need your paper towel or towel like I have here. Make sure it's good and clean. You're going to dab that in some alcohol, and then you're going to wipe your rims. Okay. This is very hot. You're going to wipe your rims. Okay. Wipe them. Make sure there's no residue on there. And as you're wiping, you're going to make sure that you don't have no cracks or anything. If you have cracks, you're going to have to pour this out and put it in another jar that is sanitized, okay? Next thing, my rims and my lids are clean and sanitized. You're going to put that on here. Let's screw the band on. I'm going to do the other one the same way. And I'll be able to take you over there to the stove once I get all these done, so you can see how many I was able to get. All right, and I'm going to take that on over there, and then we'll be right back. Y'all, so as you can see, I was able to get 5 out of those 4 cans, 5. Okay, so we're going to take this, and we're going to go ahead and process that. And I processed mine for my elevation. It will be 25 minutes, okay? And we're gonna move this on up so that I can get started, okay? And now I'm gonna do the cinnamon kind applesauce while this is processing. So I'm gonna take you over there with me. Okay, y'all, so I told you about the applesauce. And you can recan your applesauce. You can do that. Now the recipe is, like I said, is off in this book right here. But what it's asking you for is like getting your own apples and stuff. But if you can get you some applesauce that's unsweetened, okay, then you can do it this way as well too. All right. So it's asking for 12 pounds of apples. If you do not have any apples, but you got some applesauce that's up in that cabinet and you want to stretch it out like I'm doing, then you can do it this way. And this is what it's asking for: 12 pounds of apples, 3 cups of granulated sugar. That's optional. Unless you just want it, that's good. And then the 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now, I'm getting ready to do my second round, and I'm going to add my sugar. I'm going to add my lemon juice, and I'm going to add some other flavors, okay? And what it says, other spices, I'm sorry. And so on this right here, it says you can add 4 teaspoons of the cinnamon, nutmeg, and the allspice, okay? And you can put all those together, and that way you have that recipe for the applesauce. Like if you've seen it on the store with the cinnamon, or you're making your own up, okay? And this is all in that Bob book. And so, hey, I highly recommend that you get these because they have a lot of recipes off in there, good recipes. So I'm going to take you over there to the stove, which I got all those ingredients already in there. And you're going to do it the same way like I did with the applesauce. You're going to warm it up till it gets really hot. You don't want it to boil where it's going to stick to the bottom. You want it to get just really hot because your jars are going to be hot. You don't want nothing cold, on hot, or anything like that. It needs to be hot water, hot applesauce, and hot jars, okay? So I'm going to bring this back over here to you, and we're going to see how many we can get filled up. I used 2 of those big jars this time to make the apple cinnamon applesauce. You see where my mind goes because I don't like applesauce, and I'm steady just babbling. So we're getting ready to bring that on over here, and we're going to see how many we can jar up. And then after we get that jarred up, then I'm going to show you at the very end how many I was able to get all together with the applesauce, okay? So as you can see, I've got all the ingredients in here, okay? And you want all this to dissolve, okay? You don't want no big chunks and all that stuff in there. You don't want that heat to break this on down so it can be really smooth and everything in here. And you don't want it to burn. So you want to continue on stirring it till it gets completely hot and everything is dissolved, okay? And when this is done, then I'll take you back over so we can can it on up. Okay, y'all, so here are my hot jars. My applesauce is hot, and we're getting ready to fill them up. I got 2 of them out so I can show you, and then I'm going to take you off the camera so I can finish the rest of them, and then I'll come back on, and we'll have the whole thing of applesauce. The unsweetened and the spicy kind too. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I cannot talk because I just don't like applesauce. But here we go. All right. And it's very pretty too, I might say. Now I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I tasted this one. And this tastes really, really, really good. It tastes really good. And it tastes like cooked apples. That other one, I can't deal. I can't do it. I just can't do it for the life of me. So, that's a no. Not happening. Not happening. So make sure y'all have a 1/2 inch headspace when you're doing this. Okay? 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Now, when you see it's like that and it looks like it's going to overflow, and I just want to show y'all, okay? It doesn't mean you did anything bad. You ain't got to dump all of it out, but you would take a spoon, okay? And then you'll just go off the top like this and just put it back in the pot until you get to that 1/2 inch headspace, okay? I think that's it, yep. That's it, and put a little bit more over here. That right here. This right here, just need just a dab to bring it to it, yep. Okay, then you're gonna take your towel, paper towel, regular towel, make sure it's clean though, and then you're gonna get your vinegar, and you're going to wipe your rims. Make sure all the sugar and all that good spices is not on the rims of your jars, okay? Do not want them on there. Okay, like so. And then you're going to take your lids, and these are sanitized and cleaned as well. And you're going to put that on top, and then you're going to do this fingertip tight. And then you're going to take that over and process for 25 minutes as well. So I'll come back on the camera so that way you can see all of the completion of the applesauce, okay? The spice, cinnamon, and the regular. And so there you have it, y'all. We have a total of 5 pints in the regular applesauce, and we have 4 in the pints in the cinnamon spice applesauce, and a 1/2 pint in the cinnamon half. I can't even talk, y'all. 1/2 pint size. Make sure you label it and date it. Wait 24 hours. Then take the bands off, check the seal, and see if it is sealed. You can lift it by the rims like that, or you can push the indentation in it and see if it's not gonna come back at you. If it comes back at you as when you're pressing it, that means it didn't seal properly, and you'll have to do the process all over again. Or you can just put it in your refrigerator and eat it from there. Second thing is, if it's sealed and that and it's not moving, then you did a wonderful job. You did a wonderful job both ways, but it'll be sealed so you can put it up on your shelf. So make sure you label it and date it and everything else, just like that. A big tongue twister for me, a big tongue twister for me. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment down below. And y'all remember, have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.